worst dropshipping niches ever. Today guys, I'm gonna go over exactly the niches I hate, and keep in mind guys, this is what I think is horrible. Doesn't mean all the niches are bad. But today guys, I'm going to show you exactly the products to avoid and the niche to avoid, so you guys don't have to, you know, spend $1,000 just wasting it on, for example, the pet niches in there. There's a lot of niches I hate here, and I also will tell you guys the niches I love, so you guys will get to learn my top 3 favorite niches as well. But let's just get straight into it. Last video's 30-minute consulting call giveaway winner is Janiv G. He says, nice buddy, you should, yeah, you can see it, you should have more subscribe for sure. Yeah guys, cool. Okay, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you dude, appreciate it a lot. And if you guys want to win the next 30-minute consulting call, by the way Janiv, contact me on Instagram. My Instagram is here, and we'll get to work on the consulting call. If you want to win, make sure to comment and subscribe, and I'll announce the next giveaways winner in the next video. So let's just get straight into it guys, the niches I hate the most. Okay, the worst dropshipping niche in 2019-2020. Let's just jump straight into it. The pet niche, it's so bad, and the reason is it's often low margins. Guys, make sure you don't skip all of this because there's a lot between the words that I'm going to tell you. It's often low margins in the pet niche. That means, you know, you could get a product for $3, but it's not really worth more than $19, and you know, $20 stuff, it's not really worth $49, it's probably worth $29. So it's really hard a lot of times to double the margin, at least it is, you know, compared to competitors, which you're gonna get into, because you'll see there's a lot of saturated products in this niche. I mean, like, all the good products are basically saturated, and if it's not saturated, it's a horrible product. That's basically it. You'll just find the pet products all over the place, and if you have a new product that the market haven't seen before, it's all the same. Like, even though it's new, it's unique, like, it's still a horrible, you know, pet niche, so it does not really matter. So just don't care about this niche. It's not good. Like I say down here, it's seen before. And then we also have branded stores, which obviously are doing really good. The branded stores are doing probably, oh shit, the branded stores are probably doing amazing. Like, they make like mostly up to like 7 figures, maybe 8, but that's because they were early on the trend. That's exactly what I say down here. What makes the pet niche good? Because there's obviously something good in each niche. And the good thing about pet niche is the early birds, the people that's hurrying up and they're getting on the trend as quick as possible. That is a really good advantage you'll have over your competitors. And like I say, you know, saturated products and stuff, if you're new to a new product, you can make a lot of money. But even if you're new to a new product in the pet niche, it still looks all the same to the customer. All the interest, you know, the interest like I love dogs, my cat is the best, cats, dogs, all those interests, they've seen everything before, you know. So you're just spamming the same interests. You don't have anything to expand. You know, you're limiting yourself a little bit in that niche because everything is seen, and if it's something new, it's already seen. Branded stores tends to do really good in this space, but they're obviously new to the trend. You know, they're the first ones, and basically, you know, like the early bird principle. Then we have humidifiers and air products. This is a really weird one. The product doesn't live up to their potential. That means, you know, you're getting an offer and you're not really getting exactly what you paid for. They might arrive broken, you know, destroyed, and the customers won't be satisfied. Like I say down here, that's completely common in this niche. You know, broken products, horrible, and they don't even give you the air that's supposed to. You know, the humidifier doesn't do its job. It's like a 2 out of 5 star rating. You get really low stars on your reviews as well, and you'll have a lot of chargebacks and refunds because of this, because, you know, it's either broken, it doesn't live up to potential. Like, this product can only go so far. There's just so much wrong with those products, so just avoid them. Not even working on, like I said, destroyed, customers not satisfied. I already told you about that, but this one is important. And guys, you cannot keep this in mind in all your products. It's not like you can't market electronics because people can get hurt. That is obviously a bit too strict. But there are some things with these products that you really gotta keep in mind. That is that people get sick. People can get the flu. Obviously, I mean, maybe they don't know that's the product, but that's quite obvious when, you know, it's blowing air at you and blowing wind at you all the time. But people can get sick, they can get the flu, or like maybe even worse from these products. So maybe you just should avoid them, so your customers, maybe they get it, you know, not in working order, and then they get sick as well. That would be really boring. That would just make it a refund, right? And people with asthma and allergic reactions, they will have a huge problem with this product. So you could actually cause someone, you know, into really dangerous scenario that you don't want to do. And like I said, with electronics, that's cool, but with this one, like, people could actually be allergic to it, and it does not work well for people with asthma, right? So keep that in mind. not saying you can't do these products, but I hate them. Just like it's not on the list, but the mosquito products, don't do it. So bad. Like some products are just meant not to be in working order. Like they're supposed not to work and not arrive like they should. Toys and babies, this one is a short one, but it's just oversaturated and it's the beginner niche. All the time when people come to me, they're gonna show their new awesome store. I'm gonna give them a couple of tips. It's like a dog niche, a juvenile niche, like a toys and babies niche. Like the baby niche is just oversaturated. Everything is saying goes exactly like the same with the dog niche and the pet niche. Like even if you have a new product, it's still all the same. Like we've seen it so many times, and it's just a beginner niche. Everyone starts to like, this niche is meant for you to make your store on, and then go to someone and ask what is wrong with my store, and then they say the niche is horrible, and then you change it. That is what it's meant to basically make you learn, because it's so bad. There's nothing unique, just like I said, you know, everything looks the same, and it's already down here that everything looks the same. That's it for that niche. Clothing in general, watches and things like that, that is also a beginner niche. You know, everyone starts there, but it's actually a good niche, and I'm gonna show you guys and tell you exactly why I think it's a good niche. But let me get straight into it first. It's hard for beginners. Even the good dropships, even for me, it's hard. I made it work really successfully with, for example, t-shirts and shoes, but it's still definitely it's so hard. And so it's hard, you know, to stand out. It's really hard for beginners because, you know, it's required a lot of money to do this in most cases, unless you're a little bit lucky. But like branding, making a clothing niche, watches, that's obviously requires a lot of money to get into in the first place, and it's hard to stand out because you really got to know what you're doing marketing wise. This is not just interest targeting, this is not just scaling and lookalikes. You need to, you know, get in the mindset of your customer. How are you gonna outwork Fashion Nova and all those good stuff? You don't have to outwork them, but are you even going to get close to their level? It's just so hard, and there's no problem solving products there. Like I said down here, none. It's just, you know, it could be cool stuff, you know, like impulse buy, and you could buy, you know, t-shirts for your girlfriend. It's all those cool things, but no, I wouldn't really recommend it. It's so hard. So it needs to be branded well, like I say down here. That is definitely a fact. Don't do this if you're not branding, and I recommend a lot of money to get into it. So maybe just avoid them. You know, try to find problem solvers. Generally not recommended when starting out. It's just like, don't start out with this one. But the one thing I love about this niche, it is a 7-figure niche. No doubt. It's an 8-figure niche. That's obviously hard, but it is. Like even a 10, but probably not for dropshipping though. But like this is the best niche, but it's so hard. It requires a ton of money, and you, like I said, you got to be in the mind of your customers. You got to know them. You even got to know psychology if you're gonna do this one. But I love it because this niche might break the 7-figure mark, and it might break the 8-figure mark, which a problem solver also can do. But you know, you could be branded really well. Like this thing could last your lifetime, because this niche is lasting for so long. Phone cases, chargers, and headphones, they just suck. Saturated like they all are, you know, all of ones I already mentioned. It's so saturated. Rare to find unique stuff, like I said, all the same. The chargers are nothing special. They could be found anywhere, you know. You can have like cool chargers, you know, let's just say like, I don't know if you guys see on the webcam, but this is a charger, this thing, and just put your phone up here. You guys probably have one, and it's charging. That is not unique. You can find that in a lot of retail stores. You can find it on eBay. It's not unique, guys. It's not cool. We have normal charges anyway. And fake AirPods is obviously bad. It's fake. It's nothing cool, and everyone does it. It's so saturated, and you know, technical issues, arriving wrong, doesn't work, stuff like that. Top 3 worst and bad niches. Guys, keep in mind, this list is for me. It's what I prefer. But still, I think pets and babies and then stuff like that sucks for everyone though. But it's what I prefer. My top 3 worst niches that I tell people not to get into is 1, pets is the worst. The second is babies. Third is accessories. I've already told you. But my favorite, I'm going to explain a little bit here. My favorite is actually home and garden. I really like the lightning niche. It's a lot of cool lamps. I like garden products in general. Beekeeping, flower keeping. I don't even know. There's just so many cool, awesome products there. And sports and outdoors, that's insane. Like there's so much cool stuff, you know, for guitar players. That is basically the problem solving niche, sports and outdoors. You know, cool helms for construction workers, cooling it down at work. There's just so much awesome stuff in there. And then we got electronics. So much junk. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And make sure you comment what you want the next video to be. Jenny OK said look like video, so I'm gonna do that. Talk to you guys later. Bye.